What if every time you reacted to someone who disrespected you, every time you explained yourself to people who never cared, every time you defended yourself to people who were never going to believe you, you were actually handing them your power? What if the most dangerous thing you have ever done is respond? What if the most powerful move you could ever make is simply doing nothing at all? Machiavelli figured this out 500 years ago. He watched the most powerful men in the world rise and fall, and the ones who fell almost always fell the same way. They reacted too much, explained too much, and gave their energy to people who did not deserve a single second of it. Today, you are going to learn his 7 dark psychology tricks that will make you completely untouchable, not by fighting harder, not by being louder, but by becoming the kind of person that nobody can reach, nobody can manipulate, and nobody can ignore. Your attention is currency, and just like money, the moment you start throwing it around carelessly, you become broke. Every single time you give someone your attention, you are making an investment. You are spending your mental energy, your emotional bandwidth, and your time on that person. And just like any investment, you need to ask yourself, what am I getting in return? Most people never ask that question. A hater leaves a comment and they respond. A toxic person starts drama and they engage. Someone disrespects them and they spend 3 hours crafting the perfect comeback. And what do they get back? Nothing except stress, frustration, and wasted time. Real power players create a filter. Not everyone gets access. Not everyone gets a response. Not everyone gets their time. They ask one simple question before giving anyone their attention. Does this person deserve it? If the answer is no, they move on. No explanation, no justification, no second thought. Ignoring the unworthy does not make you weak, it makes you untouchable. Treat your attention like gold because it is, and gold does not go to everyone. People are afraid of silence because they think it makes them look weak. They think if they do not respond, if they do not defend themselves, if they do not have the last word, then somehow they have lost. But here is the truth that will change everything. Silence is the most aggressive move you can make. When someone attacks you with words and you come back with more words, you have entered their game. You are playing by their rules. You have given them exactly what they wanted, a reaction. But when you respond with silence, everything changes. The game stops. The power shifts. Suddenly, they are the ones left, standing there looking foolish, talking to a wall, getting absolutely nothing from you. Silence communicates something that words never can. Complete indifference. It says you are not worth my energy. You do not even register on my radar. And that destroys people more than any insult ever could. The more you talk, the more ammunition you give your enemies. Every explanation you give is a weakness they can exploit. But silence gives them nothing. They cannot twist your words because you did not say any. Silence is not weakness. Silence is control. Silence is power. Real power does not come from disappearing completely. That is just running away. Real power comes from strategic withdrawal, being physically present while remaining emotionally untouchable, showing up when it benefits you and pulling back when it does not. Think about someone who texts you every single hour of every day. After a week, you feel suffocated. Their constant presence kills the mystery. Now imagine someone who texts occasionally, sometimes fast, sometimes slow, sometimes available, sometimes not. You think about them constantly. That is strategic withdrawal at work. The person who drops everything every time someone calls becomes the backup plan. The person who is selective about their availability becomes the priority. Be present but selective. Show up but make them earn it. That is how you turn inaction into influence. Every trick on this list is built on the same foundation. When you stop giving your energy away freely, everything changes. People start chasing you instead of you chasing them. If this is shifting the way you see power, hit that subscribe button right now. Now let us get into the final 4, because this is where it gets truly dangerous. You know what happens in someone's brain when they are ignored? Pure chaos. Their mind goes into overdrive trying to solve a puzzle that has no solution. And while they are burning mental energy on you, you are not thinking about them at all. Human beings are wired for closure. When you ignore someone, their brain short circuits. There is no closure, no explanation, no clear reason, just silence. And that silence becomes an open wound that never fully heals. When you respond to someone, you are validating them. You are confirming that what they said mattered. But when you say nothing, you rob them of that validation entirely. They are left in a vacuum of uncertainty that will eat at them more than any comeback you could have given. You do not need revenge. You do not need the last word. Your indifference is the ultimate destruction. There are 3 types of people you need to completely erase. First, your enemies, the ones actively plotting against you and spreading lies. Do not expose them. Do not fight them. Keep winning and let your success be their torture. Second, the critics, people who have nothing to offer except negativity. They need you more than you need them. When you react to them, you are feeding them. Cut them off with complete indifference and let your success make their criticism irrelevant. Third, and most dangerous, energy parasites. People disguised as friends who slowly drain you without you noticing. They always have a crisis and always need something. But the problems never end because they are not looking for solutions. They are looking for attention. Protecting your energy is not selfish. It is survival. The reason people can manipulate and drain you is not because they are powerful. It is because you have not built the armor yet. That armor is called indifference. Most people are emotional hostages. Someone insults them, and their whole day is ruined. Someone questions their decisions, and they are filled with doubt. Their emotions are completely at the mercy of other people's opinions. That is not power. That is slavery. Identify your emotional triggers. What makes you angry? What makes you defensive? Those are your weak points, and people will exploit those cracks every single time. Then eliminate them by becoming so indifferent to those situations that they stop being triggers at all. Someone disrespects you? Their disrespect says everything about them and nothing about you. When nothing external can control your internal state, you become impossible to manipulate and impossible to break. Build that armor and watch how powerless the world becomes over you. Most people think power is about what you do, how hard you fight, how often you prove yourself. But Machiavelli understood something that separates the powerful from the powerless. Sometimes the most powerful move is no move at all. Someone is spreading rumors about you. The old you would panic and defend yourself. The new you does nothing. You keep building your success and let the truth reveal itself without wasting a single ounce of energy. Someone is trying to compete with you. The new you ignores them completely and stays focused on your own path. While they are busy watching you and trying to catch up, you are creating distance they will never close. Not because you were racing them, but because you were never in their race to begin with. Your silence becomes legendary. Your absence becomes magnetic. That is how you ascend, not by climbing over people, but by refusing to descend to levels that do not serve you. You have just learned the 7 dark psychology tricks Machiavelli perfected centuries ago. Guard your attention, weaponize your silence, withdraw strategically, ignore with purpose, erase the unworthy, build the armor of indifference, and ascend through calculated inaction. These are not just concepts, these are laws, and if you apply them consistently, starting right now, your entire life will shift. Drop a comment and tell me which of these 7 tricks hit you the hardest. I read every single one. And if this video changed the way you think about power, hit that subscribe button right now, because we have more content like this coming that you will not want to miss.